Well, this doesn't look good. Check this sign out. Water over road. Proceed with caution. That can't be good. You can see we got all these seawalls here. These docks. Oh, sorry for the bad filming. I'm driving. Look at these docks. I mean, they got a foot or two, maybe. Uh-oh, looks like this parking lot's in trouble. They're gonna put some gravel in. Oh boy, look at that. They've got a foot if they're lucky. Oh boy. This does not look good. You know you can't see real well. This is Clinton River. We're about a mile, give or take, from Lake St. Clair, upriver. They still have a foot or so of dock left. Seawall. This poor guy over here is totally flooded. He's got a house there over in the marsh, Harrison Township by Metro Beach. Yeah, this ain't looking good. This ain't looking good, folks. Proceed with caution. Interesting. Well, we're going to see around these corners here what we find. I have a feeling there's going to be some properties that are underwater. I grew up out here back in the 70s when the water came up, and our entire street was underwater. Venetian Drive, which is going to be the first street we come up to here on the right. I mean, you can see the water just from the rains we've had the last couple days on the road here. But on the right-hand side here, we're going to see Venetian Drive. And I'm going to take a trip down here and see what we find. Because I remember as a kid down here, in the 70s when the water was up this high, this whole street here was underwater. But we built this berm. You see this berm on the right? That used to be flat grass. And there's a huge wildlife sanctuary to the right here. But we built this berm because the whole street was underwater. And we had to have pumps running 24/7. You can see the pumps. They put in electronic ones now. We used to have tractors with you know, you had to fill the tractors up with this pump that was in that ditch there. And they've installed electric ones. But you can see, oh my God, look at this. I think that water might be as high as the road here. I don't know if you can tell, but from my vantage point, it appears that water on the other side of the berm is pretty close to being the same level as this street. Interesting. Wow. So those pumps must be working because, you know, as I sit in my car, that water looks like it's higher than the street. And I imagine it's slowly seeping through this berm. And the pumps are taking care of it. If I'm not mistaken, there may be another pump down the road here a little farther. This is where I grew up. And there was a foot and a half, 2 foot of water on my property, on the roads. And I remember this very well because here's the house that I grew up in, right there. Lived there for about 20 years. And this was my front yard. It's much different now, all the low water. There's so many cattails that have grown. That used to be wide open. This is a canal that ran along the road. And there was another canal that went out through the marsh over to Metro Beach, which you'll see in a minute. But it literally, from my vantage point, is that water on the other side of this berm is about as high as my butt inside the car. Oh, here's a muskrat. This is interesting, folks. You ever see a muskrat? Oh my God, look at this, right there. Can you see that little rascal? Can you see him? The marsh across there is totally full of these muskrats. I hope you can see that. and he's just chilling, eating some grass. They will eat just about anything, and this one looks so fat. What the problem is, though, he is friggin' huge. I wonder if it's a female full of babies. Probably a pregnant female, but those muskrats, what they'll do is they'll burrow into the dirt and make dents. But what they'll do is they'll burrow right through, and all of a sudden you have a huge hole, and the water just gushes through their holes. So, yeah, there's a little muskrat for you, little muskrat love. And here we have a couple geese, and they've got some babies. The babies have, oh, you can see a couple heads sticking up. But the babies, yeah, see Dad, he's mad. He is gonna protect his kids. I don't know if you can see him, but he's not happy. But he's got a couple babies on the other side of the, he is not happy with me. Once again, here's another one of the pumps. So those pumps are definitely working. And I see here is a swan. Oh, red-winged blackbird. You see that? But here, look at the swan. There's tons of swans out here. And they become almost a nuisance. There's so many of them. And look how big that bird is. He is 3 foot tall. And he's just like, he don't care, because he's one of the, they are so mean. If you've ever been attacked by a swan, which I have, they are vicious. Do not mess with these swans, especially if they have, you know, young around them, or if there's a nest with eggs, because the male will defend it with his life. And I've accidentally came across a couple. But look at him cleaning himself, standing on one leg. He's like, now he's like, oh yeah, he don't care if I'm here. He just doesn't care, because he is a tough bird. Yeah, swan, awesome. But as I sit here, I swear this road is lower than the water level. And if it wasn't for this berm that they put up in the 70s, it would be underwater right now. Yep, absolutely. We'll see you later, swan. Yep, here we go though. This is not good for all these homeowners out here. I would imagine their backyards, the seawalls, have to be almost to their max. I don't know if you can see over there, but there's another swan in the water. But there's a lot of swans around Lake St. Clair. There's Metro Beach, and wow, that water is really high. As a matter of fact, the seawall is gone. The seawall is underwater. There is a seawall over there along those boat ramps on both sides. It is gone. Underwater. Interesting. Oh my. It's projected to come up another friggin' foot. Oh my. Well, that's not good. Sorry about the motion. I'm trying to work my camera, but there we go. For some reason it wouldn't work. But anyway, back to my travels. We're going to head down back and see what else we can find. There's a huge subdivision out here on the water we're going to take a peek at. And I noticed, well, the swan is in the middle of the, or the geese is in the middle of the road now. But I noticed there's one particular house up here. It's got some water issues. And it looks like they've installed a pump here. You'll see the hose across the road. They've installed a pump to try